Hey everybody, it's Pam with Silver and Sparkles, and as you can see laid out here on my desk, I have a fun project I'm working on, and I haven't finished the first one that I started, and I thought, well, let me show you guys what I'm doing and we can do this together. So I am using a kit by Enchanted Journal Kits on Etsy. I'll have their shop and this kit linked for you in the description of the video. And this is the Christmas Caravan Kit, a Caravan Folio. And like I said, I still have decorating I'm going to do to mine. And inside, I have, let me find something to show you, some little pockets. Aren't they cute? The little windows. I had the door open on this side. I guess we could have it open on both sides. I strung some cute little stockings, some lights. So anyway, I've got a lot of more ideas of what I want to do. And there isn't like a video and instructions or whatever with the kit. So I'm going to do one and show you my interpretation. There's lots and lots of little bits and pieces. There's this really cute suitcase. Look at that. And again, I think there's different ways you could assemble it. There is a basket that I haven't finished assembling yet that I thought we would do together. A cute little picnic basket, right? And all the little things that go inside and the pockets and stuff. So anyway, I think there's probably many variations on how you could interpret this kit and putting it together. I think it's going to be a very, very special card gift for a friend of mine is what I'm planning to do with mine. And I think it'll be worth the time I've spent cutting all the cute little pieces out. So, and it's just like any other kit. You get all the different pages. There's some cute background pages that you can print on the other side. So, anyway, it's a great kit, and I'm excited to play with it. So what I did was I wanted to show you guys at least how to make the basic folio part, or at least how I chose to do it. And then we'll finish decorating and making some of the other elements. There's also these cute little cards that I was going to make, and I'll show you some of the other interactive elements that I think will look cute on them. So it's a little chilly in my craft room today, and I turned the heat up just a little before I sat down, so hopefully my hands will warm up here in a minute. It's morning time. So I went ahead and cut out the main folio and then the layering pieces so that you can get anyway, the interactive elements. And I realized after I put mine together, there's another way I think we could make pockets. So we'll do that. I did not print mine. That was a mistake, and I had already cut it out on both sides. This one, same thing. So then I just used a piece of the backing paper so that I didn't have bright white here. So I'll show you how I layered that on. But again, that's a decision and a choice you can make with yours. Printing it on the other side would eliminate that step. Oh, let me show you something else I did differently. This one, there's so much detail. See the little detail of the caravan? I guess the hitch where you would put it to the truck or something to pull it. On this one, just to make my life easier, I just trimmed them off when I was cutting, but you can, get all the detail and everything in there, and that's kind of up to you. So, and I haven't inked or done anything on this one yet. I just wanted to show you again how I chose to layer it. I think on this one, let's use the green polka dots to layer inside here, so that we don't see that white once we put the other pieces on. So again, I'm sure different people will look at all of these little bits and pieces and go, oh, I could do this. And that's great, go for it. But if you want a little help or some ideas of maybe if you have this kit or you're thinking about getting this kit and you want to see what I did, we will have at it together. Okay, I think how I'm going to approach this is let me get all these little white pieces off, is I'm going to just go ahead and glue it down, I think like this, and then we'll flip it over and trim it out. I think that'll be easier. And it'll also give us a little more thickness. I printed mine on my kind of everyday cardstock, the Nina 65-pound. It's a bright white, and I like how it prints. And I am just using, you could use a glue stick. That would be good if you have time to kind of then let the paper dry, I think, afterwards. Obviously, I was not thinking when I just did this, and I'm going to end up with glue potentially all over my little mat because I wasn't thinking. We'll see how we do and how far over I came. I'm just going to line this side up. There we go. Oh, I didn't do too bad. Okay, we're fine. I could have, I got a little bit right there. I could have obviously come over some and then cut out both sides. This side isn't going to get as much of the extra benefit of the extra cardstock, but it's okay. We're just going to go for it. And of course, I could have placed this entire piece down and glued it down and then cut the entire thing out again, which would have probably not been a bad idea either. I was just trying to make my life a little more difficult today. And if I hadn't already cut it out, I would have probably gone ahead and printed the other side, but I was prepping some for the video and I realized what I did, and I'm like, it'll be okay. I'll just show you how I layered it. There's lots of ways to make things work, even if you've already, printed and done things and you still want to use it. Okay, I already cut it out and realized you missed a step. All right, now, before we do anything else, I am going to cut the little door so it opens, and I only had it open on what I'm considering the front of this folio, but if you want, you could have it open on both. If you want, you could put a little piece of Velcro to help keep the door closed. I just haven't even gotten that far yet. Why don't I do the opposite side? So on this one, I had the front be this one. And on this one, I'm going to have it be this side, just for fun. So I am going to get out my X-Acto knife. Now, the door is going to open. You can see the handle. So this is the portion that you don't want to cut. So I'm going to use my ruler, and I am going to cut the bottom of the door out. And then we're going to, let's decide, how did I do it on this one? I think I came down under this part and I left this little ruffle here. So I'll do the same on this one. I don't know if you guys can see that. There's a little kind of a ruffle and then almost like a little white portion. I'm just going to go straight across. I'm not going to try to do all those wavies. It's just not going to. Okay, and then this side is the door that's going to open. And then make sure my corners cut out. Let's see how I did it. Yep, the corner is not cut. And pretty easy. Pretty easy. And then I just carefully, I think I'm going to bend it over the ruler to kind of help get it going. And again, it's 2 layers now of cardstock, but it's kind of nice because the back of the door has the green polka dots, and that's cute too. Get it kind of straight, creased. I could put this up. I did use my X-Acto knife quite a bit in cutting out some of the little pieces and things. I could have, I guess, put it on the Cricut, but I also didn't want the reduced size. I wanted it the full size. Okay, so there's the door. Now, the next thing we need to do, and I've already cut it out, is this piece. So you can see the little sofa and another window, and you want to see that through when you open your door. So we need to glue it on so that when you open the door, that's what you see. Now, there are the two little flaps, and it does fit in here nicely. I think the part for me was I had to be careful to, the height is close. It works, and it works perfectly, but you do have to make sure you get it on there correctly. So I'm only adding glue to the two sides. It's going to get closed in by one of these layering papers, so I'm not too worried about it. But see how you don't want to drop it and leave a gap at the top. So it's just barely tall enough. There we go. Cute. Yeah, and that's why I cut under this part of the awning and left this little ruffle, because there's a little ruffle there. Okay, if you had come down more, I guess that would have worked as well, and you'd have a little more wiggle room with your opening. Your opening would be a little smaller. So anyway, it worked, and I'm happy with it, and it fits in there nicely. And now we have that cute door. Now, what I did with mine is I found the pieces that go like this, right? And I just glued them down, and then we're gonna add the pockets here. What I thought you might wanna do, I don't think I'm gonna do it, but especially not on this side where you could leave this open so that you could actually tuck things between these two layers. It could be like a pocket. I don't think I'm gonna do that. I don't want things to get hung up on here. It might work on this side, but I don't think it's necessary for what I'm wanting to do, but that's just an idea for you to consider. If you want to do that, you could just do a bead of glue kind of along the sides and the bottom and leave it open, or even just leave a section of it open. I'm going to just glue mine down. I'm going to go to town. Now, I was as careful as I could be when I trimmed these, when I cut these out, but if I end up with a little bit showing, I'll either trim it with my scissors or we'll use some distress ink and see how it goes. I think I want to go ahead before I glue this layer down and add a little bit of distress ink to these panels. Move this out of the way. I mean, is this not stinking cute? Look at that. Okay, like the teapot and some of these other pieces you could just use for cute little cards or gift tags. If you make the folio, or you don't want to make the full folio every time, there's just some super cute elements with this kit that I think I will go back to time and again because they're so cute. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure I especially had ink along the bottom here because it's going to get glued down. We'll just go ahead and do that. And I hope if you guys decide to make one, you let me know. Again, it's the cutest thing. And I think it's gonna, it takes a little time because of all of the little parts, but you don't have to cut them all out. You can put your caravan together and then just decide which pieces you want and just cut those out. You don't have to sit and cut the whole kit out like I did. Not sure what I was going to use, and I wanted to have lots of options. And of course now I'm going to have 2 caravans to decorate, so I may have to cut a few more out, which is fine. The only page I kind of printed multiple times is I did print the one that has this card because I wanted to make a few extras of those, not just one, because there's so many fun elements, and I just had some ideas of how we might do it. That fit on there pretty well. Like I said, I was careful when I was cutting to be precise. But again, if yours doesn't match up, just get your scissors out and trim it up. Get some ink out and ink it up, and you'll be fine. I think it will look great no matter what. And getting the multiple layers of cardstock going, the folio really feels nice. You could go with a heavier cardstock if you want to, but I really, playing with mine, the original one that I've been working on, it felt pretty good to me. It did. It felt pretty good. Okay. Got a little bit of white, you know, just a little. But again, let's see. Can you see that? And then when I add my little bit of Distress ink, I think we're okay. I think we're going to be okay. And I may do some more of this in a little bit. But let me just show you. Now, mine was already cut out, but it does come together pretty quickly. Now, I am going to show you how I scored it. I'm going to slightly score here and here so that it folds up nicely. And then you have all this room if you want to get it nice and stuffed, you know. And it also, you know, we could poke a hole and put a bow right here. Ooh, I hadn't thought about that. Make a fun little closure. So let me think about that, and then it might even stand up. Let me put a clip on here and let's see. Let's put a paper clip. If we did that, yeah, it would stand up, guys. How cute is that? And then it could sit on a table or on the mantle. Either side is cute. And then we could just untie it when we want to open it up. So we're definitely going to do a closure. Yay. Okay, just grab your ruler. Be gentle because it was fine. The ink is covering it up, but I wasn't very gentle when I scored that one, and the paper kind of ruffled up on me. So hopefully this one will be okay. And again, I do have the extra layer of cardstock under here. So it is, you know, an extra layer of thickness to fold it, but hopefully I scored it just enough that we can get a nice crease where it's supposed to be. Okay. Push that down. Look pretty straight. It may have gotten off just a little bit. And then this side. So again, I think use your imagination. I don't know that there was this is the way you're supposed to use this kit one way or another. And I kind of like that because it kind of lets you play with it and decide yourself. How cute is that? Oh my gosh, I love it. All right, and then all I did for the other ones is you get these lovely pockets, and I did not cut out in prepping for the video the little one here, so it's like a little double pocket. You have this one, and then you have the big one behind here, and they work just like pockets. You know, score them and glue them down by the tabs, okay? I'm not going to do that on camera right now because I want to play with some of the other elements, but you'll just then... You can see the little polka dotted lines. All right, I'm going to set this one aside. I'm going to play with it later. Oh, let me show you real quick, though, how I did the lights. I just cut out very carefully, and it doesn't really matter which, you know, if you want to do yours. And then I just glued them so that they do move. They dangle. I didn't do just the little rod. I added a touch of glue right at the top of each of the light fixtures. I just wanted it to have a little more stability, so I did want to tell you that. And then the way I did my cute little stockings, and these are the stockings that I chose to use. There's another set of 3. Here's one of them that they're super cute. They're a little more ornate, I guess. They have the toppers in them. And I just felt like they were a little bit large for the outside. I'm going to tuck these, I believe, inside the Caravan. But all I did was I used a needle and I poked 2 holes in each stocking with my needle. And then I ran this little piece of thin twine through there, and then I glued the 2 knots down, and then I glued just a touch at the top of each of the stockings. I think they're so cute hanging there, but again, I wanted them to be nice and secure, so I didn't just leave it completely loose. Because again, I want whoever has this to feel like it's sturdy enough that you can pick it up and look at it. Okay, so those were just the little pieces that I did want to tell you how I did it, because now we're going to set this one aside. These are the inside windows. I'm going to set that aside off of my workspace. The inside windows, I just glued flat. Okay. And I haven't, and that's as far as I got. I think I still want a little more decoration on the front. One idea I had, and I may wait now that I'm thinking about a closure, were these 2 bows. And I thought about putting one kind of off to the side and then grabbing this one because they match up, so that then more on the inside we'd have the little bow here as well. I'm going to keep those on hand because I think before I do anything else, I want to think about this closure idea, because I do like the idea of this standing up. It's so cute. And I'm wondering if I should just go super simple and just punch a hole and then use ribbon to tie at the top, or twine or something. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I mean, I could also consider doing eyelets as well. Maybe we'll also put an eyelet. Okay, I am going to use my Crop-A-Dile, and I'm gonna hold both layers together. And I want it where this isn't in the way, so I'm not worried too much. Is it definitely center versus out of the way of this piece right here? And I think it's going to be okay where I put it. Let me think of if I have an eyelet I want to use. I'm hesitating because I really think this one would look good, but I sometimes really struggle to set these. But that would look really nice, wouldn't it? And it has the little washer. I think these are the ones that have the washers. Why don't we do this? Before I do it on my Caravan that I have worked so hard on, let's set this aside. Let's take, it's 2 layers of cardstock. Let's just do a test one and see if I'm going to be happy with it. I don't mind sacrificing one of my eyelets. And again, I don't think you have to use the washer. I'm going to get my Big Bite because it's been doing better. And I always set mine this way with the Big Bite turned this way. See, and it's just not setting correctly. I'm going to turn it upside down. I saw somebody do that the other day on a video. I can't remember who. Let's see if that works. And then I may have to find the bin that has the washers if it's, if it doesn't work. Okay, so this is the same eyelet, just in silver. I'm going to turn it upside down and see what happens. Oops. Let's see. Don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing. I've never tried to set one this way. Nope, that didn't work. Okay, we are going to skip this washer and maybe try a different washer. I know I have been successfully setting these big ones. Let's see what one of these might look like on there. Now, I don't want to, I would use 2. I do not want to, put it through the whole, both layers and then clamp it shut with the eyelet, because I want to be able to open it. So it would have one here and then one on the other side. I think it looks okay. I wish I had come down just a touch. We're going to go with this one because, like I said, I've had some success. Let's see what's going on here. I think I have the wrong. And that could be what caused the failure with the other eyelet, but we're going to move on. We're going to just use these and hope that they set nicely. Yes, I used this style recently, maybe even on the last video that I've had up, but in a different color. I'm going to use the same color. It's almost like a dark copper, and I think it goes really well with our caravan. And set the second one. All right. And I do have these in my Amazon storefront if you're interested in seeing some of the supplies that I use. Not everything I use is in there, but most things are, if you would like to see. Okay. That is stinking cute. And then a piece of ribbon or twine and a bow will work nicely. I really like this fancy bow, so I'm wondering if what it would look like to just use regular twine. This one's a little bit thicker than the one. We can play with it and see, and then we could still do the decorative paper bow. So let's do not a super long length. I think it might look weird if I have a big piece of ribbon and a bow, and then I also have the paper bow. So that's why I was thinking maybe twine. It's not as fancy. And then we could have the Christmas bow off to the side. I like that. Okay, and then it's just a loose closure, because then you just untie it. Whoa. Let's see if what's going on? Oh, it was just loose. So it's loose. So this piece obviously can end up flying off, but I'm okay with that. We could probably loop it on one end, but I think I'm going to just leave it loose for now. And I'm going to set it aside so we can keep decorating. Okay, so this is the front. I'm going to lay it down this way, and I'm going to decide where I want the bow. And I have not inked, so let me add a little ink. And then after we do this, I'm going to play with some of the other elements, because then I'll know what I have left from all the little pieces I've cut out to decide what I have left to decorate and what I just want to stick in the pockets and those kinds of things. Because I definitely want to make probably 2 of the little green cards, because there's some interactive elements that are going to be cute. We may come back later and use some liquid pearls and fancy this up as well. It'll be fun. All right, I want it kind of off, and I don't want it to interfere with where the door is opening. So I'm eventually the whole piece is going to have glue on it, but I'm just going to put glue on a portion of the bow for right now. All right, I like that. Now I'm going to flip it over. And this bow, sure, I just don't want it, do not want it to be loose in any way. We will add glue to this entire bow. And again, if they don't match up perfectly, we will ink and or trim. Whoa, now I'm getting glue everywhere. Yikes. Ink or trim, it will be fine. And here we go. Just gonna match it up. Now it did get in where this pocket is a little. I'm lifting the pocket up and tucking the bow under. Luckily I had that wiggle room with that pocket. I didn't think about that before I decided where on the front I wanted it. So that worked. Cuteness. All right, I'm happy with that. And like I said, we might add some liquid pearls or do a little more fancy as we go. And I'm gonna leave the back for now. All right, so let's set that aside. Let me grab these. So one I remembered to print on both sides, and the other one it's 2 layers thick and I've already inked around it. So we'll use these two. Let me just fold this one in half and add a little ink. Now there's, like I said, there are just some fun interactive elements that I'm looking forward to playing with. And this is not perfect, but it looks okay. Again, I can just trim it up if I want to and even it up, which I might. Let's see. And these, like I said, I mean, you could just use any of the backing paper as well. That's what I did here. And just make some simple little cards. I'll tell you what these measure, but I'm going to show you some of the fun little pockets and things that were included in the kit. So they're approximately 3 by 3¼ inches. See, this one is smaller. This one's 3¼ So I trimmed it up a little after I layered the paper, so I was afraid it had gotten quite a bit smaller. Ooh, and we're gonna make that too. Okay, so interactive elements. So the first thing that really caught my eye that is so stinking cute to me are these jars. So there are 2 pieces. And then if we glue the jar down correctly, the lid with a little journaling spot, look at that. Is that not the cutest? So I need to see where I want it. So I was thinking that would be cute on the front of one of these, and I may put one on the back as well, but we'll see what we end up doing. So I think to make this work, we just need to, again, line it up and make sure, because it just fits. It just fits on that 3 inches. And then make sure with the lid, isn't that cute, that it's pretty much centered. So I'm going to come up from the bottom just a smidge, and we're going to do a very careful bead of glue. I am going to glue the little decoration down, but a very careful bead of glue, because it looks plenty thin enough, but we want that lid to line up really nicely. So it was just a smidge from the bottom. And this is where I was generous with the glue, was on the bow. I mean, the images, aren't they beautiful? I mean, it honestly looks like a piece of ribbon on there. Oh my gosh, so cute. I love that. So this would also be cute, just tucked in a journal, and then you've got that little hidden journaling spots. Okay, the other thing that we have are these little pockets, and I tried to go ahead and trim them. They were a little bit larger. I don't know where we were supposed to consider putting them, but this is where I'm going to put mine. I'm going to put one inside here. And then we can put some of the cute little things tucked in. Isn't that cute? I think it's going to fit. Let me ink around here so you can see where the center is. And guys, I'm still having lighting issues, and I hope this video isn't too dark. I was waiting and waiting for the sun, and it is out, but it's kind of overcast here today. And if I wait too much, I will never get to make videos. So I do have on my Christmas wish list a light set, which I hope I'm going to be able to learn how to use. And will make a difference. I'm going to add glue along the sides as well, because I want this to be a true pocket, not just a little tuck spot. And I did trim it up, as you saw, just a touch more, so that we have that. I love it. Okay, and this teapot is screaming my name, and I almost want to leave it loose, I think, in the pocket. Oops. Pam, let the glue stick first. And it has, so there's the teapot, the teacup, and I'm trying to remember, I've got my pieces all mixed up, which is fine. I can use them however I want. But I I don't even know how many of these pieces I could do. I think there was another piece as well that went with the little teacup and the teapot. And we may find it later, but for now, I think that's what I'm going to put in there. And then I want something on this side. I think this is going to go somewhere else. Okay, let me think of what I want over here. Again, there's lots of choices. I'm going to save those stockings. We have some more fun Christmas lights. You know what we could do? We could put a writing space here, and I'm not sure what I have close by. Maybe I can use some book page that doesn't have any writing on it, and we'll just tear us a piece, and then we'll decorate it just a smidge with one of the little fussy cuts. Whenever I see a kit that has all these cute darling little elements, I just can't resist. I'm like, I have to have that. I want to play with it. All right, I could ink around this. This is quite fragile paper, and I don't want to tear it, so I'm just gonna glue it down. And then I can write, I can journal on it. If I use this as a little card, or I put it inside my folio that I'm going to give as a card-ish gift, I could write, you know, Merry Christmas 2024, love Pam, whatever. Okay, so there's these cute little signs that takes up quite a bit of my space. I love this ornament too. Now that would be enough if I just kind of wanted to sign my name. It would leave enough room. Look at that. The North and then Pole is on the caravan. That kind of ties this to the caravan. Why don't we use that? So many little pieces to choose from. All right. Decided to bring it down kind of to the bottom. All right. So cute. I can't stand it. So cute. Okay. Now, again, we could have glued these down, done something different. I think on this one, I wanted to do the Christmas tree. I just think it is so precious, and I just wanted a card with the tree on it. And then I may put the mason jar inside of this one. We'll see. Da-da-da. And again, a little bit of glitter, or again, the pearl essence. There's just so many little different things we could do if we wanted to keep going with this. You could put ribbon on here. And this one, because it's the 2 layers of cardstock, is popping open a little bit, but that's okay. I could even punch a hole, and we could tie a piece of that red and white gingham ribbon. Would be cute on here too. We might do that here in a minute. What if... I think I'm going to put this one inside the card, and then that can be what we write on for this one, because I want to use it, and it's so cute. And I can include both of these in my caravan, which I think I'm going to for this one, but these would be great standalone little cards too. All right, same thing, thin bead of glue. Generous on the ribbon portion. Smidge up from the bottom. Slide it in. So cute. All right, now, if I'm careful, I can punch a hole, and I'm going to go with a smaller hole. There we go. And again, I could put an eyelet through there. I'm not going to right now. I want to see if with that smaller hole, if my red gingham ribbon will thread through okay. I'm just thinking, because this is like it's subtle, but a green plaid. very sweet. Did I leave it long enough? I was thinking I was being way overly generous, but it looks like I did pretty well. You don't want it too short because it's not fun to try to tie ribbon when it's so short. All right, so that one has a ribbon. I wonder if I can, if I don't do the first piece that I was tying, if I just go straight to the bow, I wonder if it'll hold. Let's try it. So I have not done it like you're tying your shoes, right? Where you first, I'm just going right to the bow, and I think that works. It gives me a little more ribbon, but more importantly, what I wanted to do was orient the bow this way. I like that much better. And I think for consistency's sake, I'm gonna do the same thing on this one, but I took the cute little treasures out of the pocket so I didn't accidentally punch through the handle of my teapot. Set it in there where it's not covering up my hole. There we go. Let's see. Now these are going to look cute inside the main folio, I believe. We'll see. Since I haven't put anything in the main folio yet, we will have to see if we think they are cute or not. But wouldn't you love to just get a little card like this? I know I would. Like, you know, when I take neighbors or friends or people at church, like when I just take them, like, you know, some homemade cookies or a little treat, or even just a, hey, I'm thinking about you, just a little note in a card. Having, goodness, Pam, having the little bit of extra. The other bow was so much better. Let's just fix it really quick. The little bit of extra, you know, it always makes me happy. And you didn't have to put the bow on here. It was still cute, but look at that. Ha! Precious. Okay, we have 2 of those. All right, now this I have not thought through, but we can think through it together. Here's a bunch of little cute little pieces that I think were intended perhaps to go in the basket. So these are the basket pieces. And obviously, I believe this piece goes like this. And then the handle goes here. And what I was trying to, and the lid, and what I was trying to figure out is there a way to make this lift up and I do a slit and some things to sit down in the basket? One option. Or is it better to glue this piece down so that I have a piece like this and a piece like this, which is basically, you know, not using this to be interactive, and then just leave it open where we can just tuck some things. I'm going to try the more complicated version and we will see if it works. If not, if it doesn't, the other option, like I said, is when you go to glue your basket together, don't add adhesive all over the basket. Just do it around the edge and leave like the top open or one side open. But we're going to try this other method that I think will work and maybe was the intent. I don't know. I don't pretend. The paper kits I make are not this intricate, where everything fits together. So I applaud those that know how to make paper kits like this. So thank you, Taz. She is someone that I've connected with through Instagram and a little bit on Facebook, and I believe she and a sister or a family member, I'm not sure, but I think she's the main designer with Enchanted Journal Kits. So, okay. Again, let me think through how this is going to work. So, I am going to, I want to make it where this lifts open a little bit. And we have a slit right here. It's going to be tiny things that are going to fit. This is going to work. So let me put my slit here. Feeling a little committed now. I'm going to bring it up along this angle of the basket too. Not sure, but it'll give us a little more wiggle room when we're here. Now, obviously, I can't glue the whole thing down because what I want are some things to slide inside. So we are going to glue just around these edges for now. So right here at the edge, that side, here, and here. I think I need to also bring it along here. I hope. I hope. Okay, because I don't want it flipping around and flapping around on me. I hope it worked. I hope it worked. Yay. Okay, we have a little opening for our basket. Now the handle, this part, I'm a little unsure about because if I only attach it by the handle and we lift it up, you see this white part. So I'm wondering, maybe we glue it right there and a portion of the handle. I'm just wondering if I did that and this folded back. Sorry guys, I'm sitting here thinking to myself and trying to figure it out. We are definitely going to glue the handle down, and I think I'm going to add glue right here. We'll just see what happens. So the only glue so far was along the faux wicker handle and right along that edge. Cute. All right, let's add a little ink. A little ink will make me happy. And then this side is just solid, which is fine. But how cute, right? And then we just lift up, and then maybe it's just going to be like maybe just one or two things in our basket, because again, I don't want to hurt the basket. I think I need to commit. I think I need to commit to that. So that's how it's going to open. And if I've done that, I can add a touch more glue right there, just to make sure our lid doesn't go flying off, and now it opens like that, which is kind of weird. If I had printed on this side, I don't think it would be quite so glaring. Let's see if I can get these cookies. That's fun, but of course it's got to go down below here. This is like a challenge. Cute though. It's cute. I just have to figure out what to do. Maybe just the jar. The jar definitely will sit in there. It's got Christmas recipes. What about a little platter of Christmas cookies? Maybe this one that doesn't have the fussy edges. It's a little big for where I have my lid. See, it doesn't want to go. All right, I think I'm just going to put the little mason jar in there, and that's going to be that. But it's definitely cute and a little bit of an interactive element for whoever gets it and is playing with it. Now, the basket itself, what if I don't know if I'm going to like it, but I'm going to try to tie, because picnics make me think of, again, some red gingham. So let's just put this on here. And again, I'm trying to be gentle because I do not want to tear the handle that I was so careful when I cut out. It's cute. I think I'll leave it for now, but I'm going to just trim it kind of short. Just get a touch. Save those little pieces for something else. Cute. Okay, so now I have a basket and I have those cards. Now I've already cut this one out, and this is the little suitcase. And if you look where on the Etsy listing, it looked like they put these straps right here and here and made it like a belly band pass through. I decided to install them on mine at the bottom of the suitcase, and we can take cookies in our suitcase, can't we? We could. But I decided to do them that way and to just make it like a little pocket. So again, do what you want with yours. Here's all kinds of fun little faux Christmas stamps. This looks like, I don't know, a little something, something. Quite a bit will go in here. Okay, I think I like this. This is a map. That might be cute in the little suitcase. What I'm trying to decide is, do I want a Velcro dot on here to keep it closed? I don't know. Let's see. Let's get our caravan and let's just see what it's looking like. All right. So when you open it up, you have a pocket on either side. So I definitely think I'll put one of the tree, or one of the cards. So the tree on one side and the little jar on the front on the other side. So see, this is where you need this extra space here because I've added these ribbons and things. Now I also want my cute little basket. I don't know which side I want to put it on. I'm going to put it there, and then I'll put our cute little suitcase there. Now I have these little pockets, and I kind of wanted, again, they may be too tiny, so we may just have to tuck a few pieces in, make it over stuffed here. Look, the little gingerbread man is cute there, and I have this pot of poinsettias that'll be cute there. I definitely wanted to use these cookies. So maybe I'll just tuck them in here with the picnic basket. And again, on and on and on, right? There's just so many. Like, here's some presents. They would be cute. So a lot for the person who receives this to play with. And again, here's pillows for your picnic, more cookies, so many cookies. Those are cute. Ornaments, lights, it just goes on and on, doesn't it? Put that little ornament right there. The little North Pole sign. All right, this is precious. And I didn't even put everything that I had prepped in here. And you don't have to. You can just do the pieces that you want. So this is what it looks like. Bam. And when it's open, you have so many elements to play with. And then let's go ahead and put our piece of twine on and see it standing up. And see how this works once I have all these things in here. Because you have to kind of weave it back behind. But I think it works. And we'll see if it still stands up. I am so happy with it. I hope you guys will consider making one too, because I think you will just have so much fun. This would just be such a cute just Christmas decoration. You know, you could put this on your coffee table and people would have something really fun and interactive just to look at. I love it. It stands up. I don't know how well you're seeing that on the camera. Okay. I hope you like it. I will have everything linked for you in the description if you want to go check it out. And as always, have a great one. And I guess I can just start saying Merry Christmas, right? Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Until next time, y'all have a great one. Oh, give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. It helps a great deal. And your interaction is even more important. So thank you guys who stick with me and come back each day for more videos. See you soon.